Hi, today I'm going to introduce you Microsoft Excel on how do you get some calculations in Microsoft Excel and the fundamentals about Microsoft Excel. So if you look on the screen now, the rows are numbered. So I have from row number 1 until 25 here, and the columns are denoted by alphabets. I have from A until S. So if you are thinking Microsoft Excel has got only 25 rows, it isn't. It's a lot. So I could just simply go down. So if you want to know what is the maximum number of rows in one single paper, it's more than 1 million rows. How about columns? Columns are denoted by alphabets. Alphabets go from A to Z, which is 26. So when it becomes 27th one, Excel call it as AA, AB, AC, and so on. So if you look on that column and look for the maximum number of column, which is XFD, counted in that manner, so it would be a lot of columns. So let's go back to the beginning here. Currently my pointer is at A4. A4 means it is column A and the row number 4. For example, the row number 4, I would like to increase height of the row. So I should move my pointer between 4 and 5 and I could simply pull it down. So the height get increased. And I want to increase the column width of column C. Make column C bigger. I could go there between C and D and I could pull it to the right. What if I want to do this for all the rows in this particular sheet 1? We call it sheet 1 here. That's the name of the sheet. So if you want to do it for the entire sheet, you move the pointer between A and 1. You click once. The whole worksheet got selected. Then if you increase the row height, it is done for the entire worksheet. Decrease the row height, again done for the entire worksheet. And then you could adjust the column width, it's for the entire worksheet. So when the worksheet is selected, whatever operation you do is for that particular whole worksheet. Now let's take a look. How do we key in data in Excel? So let me key in my name here. And I key in a number here. You notice the name is left aligned and the numbers are right aligned. This is how Excel works. Excel align numbers, Excel call it values, to the right side, and alphabets, Excel call it as labels, to the left side. But it is not fixed. It can change any time. For example, if I select these two cells, I would be able to change the alignment to what I want. So you really don't have to worry about it. But by default, alphabet will be left aligned and numbers would be right aligned. So I key in another number here, 23. Oops, I go up now, put it in proper place, numlock it 23. So you notice I got one number here in cell A5, another number in cell A6. I want to total up and get the answer in cell A7. In Excel, we actually do not care about numbers, how big they are or how small they are. We rather just put up a formula. So every formula in Excel starts with equal. So the number 1, 2, 3 is at A5 plus A6. This is to say total up 123 and 23 and display the answer for me. So when I hit enter, I get here 146. Let's do now a subtraction. Equal A5 minus A6. You may wonder, must always be the formula, the alphabet must be typed in capital letters? Not necessary. Even small letter, it would work. Let me show you when we do the next formula. Equal A5 times is asterisk mark, A6. That's for multiplying. Finally, for divide, A5, divide, we use the symbol slash, A6. So you may wonder, I could do this very easily with the help of a calculator. Why is it so difficult in Excel? I agree with you. You could do this easily with the help of a calculator, but what a calculator couldn't do it is, if you change this number to something else, so I'm changing the 123 to 1000. So see how does Excel works. All your answers are updated automatically. A calculator not able to do this. You still have to recalculate them one more time. But Excel, without doing anything, can do the calculation for you once you put up the formula. This is what the power of Excel. Basically, this is why Excel is used by many people for the automatic updating feature.